continues, and now for something very special indeed. So special that Tony Perella, no expense spared, all British cars, he has flown in a British commentator to talk about it. And a fan of both British cars and a little bit of British humour, as I may add. Ben Sissle's here, alongside the big Jonathan Green, who loves his Triumph. My mum used to take me to school when I was 5 in a Triumph Spitfire. Now, if you know the size of a Triumph Spitfire and how much room they've got at the back, you'll know that with me and 5 and 2 Afghan hounds, there wasn't a lot of room. But we did it anyway, and I used to go to school covered in dog hair. But never mind, it never found me too many girlfriends at 5, but I wasn't really that interested at that point. But I really should stop wearing the Afghans, I think.
Well, this is the Kastner Cup. This is an annual race that the Friends of Triumph and Kastner, if you don't know who Kastner is, he is a Triumph legend. I think he won the 1959 SCCA runoffs in a Triumph TR3A, which, if you know anything about Triumph TR3, is a really great race car that you can basically drag your knuckles hanging out the door. We've got a few in the race today, but we're being led by some Huffackers. Triumphs, but it's really fun to be here at Mid-Ohio. Kastner couldn't be here. I hope he's watching. Cass, we love you. We love these Triumphs, and you are quite a legend. And here we go with a great field of British cars, Triumphs, about to take the green flag on.
Yeah, and you talk about Miatas and the sort of special place in history they've created. Well, Triumph have done that for sure. And their different iterations over the years have made it a classic car in every shape and form, and now you're going to see the very best of them at speed around Mid-Ohio. What a lovely sight, what a beautiful sound. So away they go, down and under the first turn here at Mid-Ohio. Joe Huffaker carrying the name in the Triumph TR7, Mike Munson and Sam Halkias in the TR6. So we've got a TR7 in front, a TR6 and a TR6, then the GT6 of Alex.
We got a TR6 in front.
Yes.
A TR7. Now the TR7 should be a little bit more aerodynamic coming through here, because if you look at the TR6, it's like a brick through here. But I had a 73 TR6 and loved it. Triumphs just have a lot of torque for a British sport car. There's a pass on the outside. Look at that.
Oh.
Coming into the turn.
Freeway. How about that? Great stuff. Already, TR6 pulling away, and Sam Halkias still in third place at the moment. Well, second now.
Place, yeah.
He's gone up to second. He's got ahead of the TR7 of Joe Huffaker. James Dolan also in the mix just behind in a GT6, and then Peter Dolan.
Great.
And already, yeah, a group forming at the front of some 6 cars, just pulling away slightly and getting a run on the rest of them.
And a great thing about vintage racing with these guys is for the love of racing and the cars. And you're going to see a lot of great battles up front like we're seeing right now. And then you're going to see great mid-pack and back-to-pack battles. And number 11 tries to go on the outside right there in the carousel. It ducks back inside.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive move, and he didn't quite pull it off, but look at this group coming through, and they are line astern here. I'm glad the rain's gone away for the open-air wheels, for a lot of the open cockpits, because it would be a bit miserable out there without some windshield wipers.
I love that car right there. We're looking at the Peter Dolan at number 6. Car that is. I was walking around the paddock talking to these guys, and there are some unbelievable cars. There's that Group 44 looking GT6 right there behind them. What a power fun to be racing in British cars. 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, and of course, when you look back in history, especially in American racing, it's not that Triumph doesn't have a place in American racing, because back before the muscle cars became the muscle cars, and we had the classic Trans Am races, the George Formers of this world and so on, it was the more nimble, lightweight British and European cars that ruled the roost, to be honest. And of course the TR3s and the Triumphs were very much part of the scene here in America at places like Riverside and Bridgehampton, I'm sure. But that's when muscle cars came into their own, because they were like, how are we going to beat these nimble, dashed Europeans coming over here and showing us what to do? And that's when they stepped up and started bringing the Mustangs and started making their cars maybe a little smaller, but kept the power, and power to weight ratio became the key.
Yeah, did look at this number 11, Huffaker, going around number 28 right there. Mike Munson now in third place. We've had a change for the leader. And Sam Hauke is now in first place in his Triumph TR6, followed by Joe Huffaker. And I'm surprised to see Joe back there, now back in third place.
Yeah,
it looks like they're just playing with each other out there. But what's really cool about this, it looks like the yellow TR6 has a little bit more power.
He's
but
using the mirrors.
Yeah, and then Huffaker seems to have more like power down the long stretch.
Huffaker name has a huge, I've mentioned it before, has a huge name in California for preparing cars, for race car preparation, and so it's quite synonymous both in vintage racing and racing of the era as well. They've been racing for 34 years now.
All British cars, but they go outside of that too. And you were talking about Triumphs, and we were calling the Trans Am race earlier, and there's some Triumphs in this field that race in the Trans Am series, and quite legendarily, I might add, if that's the other word. And watch them come over madness here. It's really fun to see how all these cars just, you can see where one is strong and one is weak as they come into the turns, but I'm really surprised to see two TR6s out front.
Yeah, really impressive. But we really are now getting the best of the day. We were expecting this actually to be the rainy part of the day, but the rain has come and gone, thankfully. It's still pretty cloudy and humid out there, but we have got some sunshine as well for our Ohio fans who've come out en masse, I may add, to enjoy the racing here. And it is Sam Hauke leading the way in the TR6, Huffaker and Armis in third place, Munson, Primark in fifth place, Saskia Dolan and Charlie Dolan. So that's a good battle between those two. Both of them GT6s.
My favorite car here is actually in seventh place, the number 14 of Chuck Gee. And it's just a really cool Triumph Vitesse. And you don't see many Triumph Vitesses, and you especially don't see many on the racetrack. But there he is out there in a really cool livery, Triumph Vitesse, battling against a TR4.
Why do you think there's not that many Vitesses out there?
Well, first they just didn't make that many, especially on hardtop sedans. We have another change for the lead right here. Mike Munson taking over from Sam Hauke into the keyhole. We've had a lot of changes for the lead as Joe Huffaker gets right behind him.
Yeah, it's a good way battle for the win. They're all using their mirrors, trying to see exactly where the competition is. You need to use your mirrors because you can see it's right there. Huffaker's in third place, but he's already been leading and in second. Now he comes up for a move, almost. Yeah, he just seems to have good mid-corner speed, or maybe he's just late on the brakes, I'm not sure, but either way, he's making it effective.
Yeah, and I've watched him race in quite a few vintage races with us and all kinds of cars, and I feel like he might be laying it back a little bit, and he's going to show us some late racing, maybe some dives.
Well, he's had the door shut here as we go into the left-hander towards the end of this Mid-Ohio circuit, down towards the carousel, and again, round the outside comes the number 11. Can he power through and get the inside line onto the left-hander of the front straight? He's trying, and that's what he's trying to achieve, and I think he's done it, yes! Or has he?
You can put the power down. You know, that TR6 has a lot of torque, but the TR7 should also have a lot of torque going into turn one. This is some really good racing right here, and I love how the TR6 gave him the line because he had the vintage racing line going into that last corner.
Well, this is all playing into Mike Munson's hands because he's starting to get a couple of car lengths ahead of these two as they fight with each other. But because they're fighting, they're also going pretty fast, so it's not over by any means, this three-way battle.
But like I said in vintage racing, I hope we get to show some of the stuff that's happening behind the leaders because there's probably 4 or 5 great races happening throughout this field of Triumphs.
Yeah, and I'm also noticing some fast laps coming up on the board by several on the midfield now as the race settles down. It's down to the nitty-gritty because everybody's up in the pace now. They've got used to the track conditions.
the green TR4, giving them room coming up. And the funny thing about these, with vintage racing, there are some guys that take vintage racing very seriously and really learn the racecraft and really highly prepare their cars. And there's some guys out there that are just wanting to have some fun, and maybe they heard that this is a Triumph event, and they're getting their car out of mothballs for the first time in 10 years, bringing it out to the track just to have a lot of fun.
Ben, you've been following this series for some time. Does it tend to be regional in terms of who shows up? Or do they actually go Pan-American? Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no! What a shame. What a shame. And he couldn't do much about it, Joe. Halfway get there, he just got sideways, and by then, it was all over. And sadly, Sam Alkius had nowhere to go, frankly. And let's hope there's not too much damage to those beautiful cars. Either way, that's game over for...
Yeah, it looks like Hubbard is having some problems with the car. Hopefully he pulls off.
Yeah, he has.
Really unfortunate, because those were some beautiful cars with some great racing, but maybe just racing a little bit too closely there in the carousel.
Now, Ben, here's the good news. He's not that far away from our commentary vision. I think you go and yank him out and get him in here.
There's that Vitesse that I love right there. That white car with the stripes.
Yeah, nice.
The TR4, and I love this TR4 coming up that we're looking at with the Triumph Herald behind us. Some great cars in this group, and I love that the cameraman and the director showing us these mid-pack races, because that to me is the heart of vintage racing. These guys do just battle and battle just to have fun and just for the spirit of racing.
So one major incident already. Let's hope there's no more. What about this racing? You don't want to see any harm come to any of these cars. That's a beautiful.
Oh yeah, this car right here. That Mike Jackson in his TR3. I gotta give a shout out to Mike Jackson, because when I started getting into vintage racing about 10 years ago, he was the first person to show me the rules, tell me what's good and bad in vintage racing, what you should and shouldn't do. He runs a company, a vintage racing organization, just like SVRA, another great organization called BDCA. They put on great events, and here he is. He said this is his 32nd year at Mid-Ohio, and he races a Formula V and a Triumph, and he's out there in the TR3, a beautiful car. Is now number 28. He's just out there by himself. Mike Munson's just in the catbird seat, just having a great time.
Yeah, he's pulled way ahead now, and he's in the zone, no question about it, enjoying the sunshine.
Last lap has been indicated. There's a yellow flag due to Huffaker, and as we watch the number 184, Alex Ames basically takes second place as Peter Dolan in another GT6 is third place.
This is the final lap then of our Kastner Cup. They'll be back out in action again tomorrow, but it's plain sailing for Mike Munson at the moment. A little bit of traffic ahead of him, but he's so far ahead at this point, I don't think he's going to worry about it too much, or make too much of an effort to get past. He'll get back on the back straight here. There we go.
How cool is this, though? Like, this is one of the coolest things. When I tell people about vintage racing, I say it's like taking a time machine. And really, you can look out there, and it's like 1958 again.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's funny. It's funny you picked that year, because that was the first year of the Macau Grand Prix, which I do every year. And I think it was a TR3 that won back then. So, it does. You squint your eyes and make it black and white, and suddenly you're back there. Yeah, it's a wonderful sight. So, final lap then in our Castner Cup. Race 1, they'll be racing again tomorrow afternoon at, let me tell you, it's at tomorrow afternoon at 2:55. So, just before 3 o'clock local time. We're on Eastern time here. And tune in for that. We'll be live streaming all day long again. And you can download the app. You've got a feature coming out on Triumph, so it'll be on the app, I'm sure. So down to the checkered flag then comes Mike Munson. And a nice day at the office. There's the checkered flag. Well done, Mike. And takes that Triumph TR6 to victory.
And, I think you just have to say, I love British cars, but they're just not the most reliable. So to finish a British race is winning itself. Not only the finish, I mean, to win the race is great, but just to come in, finish, and put it on the trailer under its own power is a huge victory.
Yeah, we took that moniker off Alfa Romeo, I think. Everybody wanted an Alfa Romeo, but they never really, they were always on the side of the road. That was the joke back in England. And of course, the joke's on us now, because we too make some pretty, not today, because we hardly make any cars today, but